So let's say you have received your planning permit and you've received your permit conditions. So what else is involved in your permit conditions? So let's just stick with this and I will enlarge it here. So permit conditions, they must be followed, you must comply with these conditions before proceeding. Any variation requires approval from council. So you can do that. You have to follow all these conditions that the council gives you. So any permit that comes in has to come with certain conditions that have to be satisfied. Expiry date of the permit is usually between 2 years from the date of issue. Whether or not an extension of time can be applied for, it will be mentioned there. Usually you can apply for an extension for another 2 years. Costs involved, landscape plans, they might ask for all these things. Provisional landscape plan and associated planting schedule for the site showing the proposed location, species type, mature height and width, pot sizes and number of species be planted on the site must be prepared by a landscape professional. Any amended plans required. So, excuse me, when you get a planning permit with conditions, these are certain conditions that you will have to satisfy. You could have certain conditions like drainage and water sensitive urban design. In that they might ask you to provide rainwater tanks or solar hot water service. They could provide they could ask for provision for stormwater works, which incorporates the use of water sensitive urban design principle to improve stormwater runoff, provision of splay if required, stormwater management plan. These are the things that fall under the drainage and water sensitive urban design category. So there are different categories that the council will issue you conditions under. Parking and traffic management is another category. Then you've got infrastructure and road works. So this could involve relocation of pits, power poles, costs involved, and then you got to understand what are the costs involved. So when you go through a planning permit, although planning permit conditions, you've got to pinpoint the ones that will cost you extra money, and what that cost will be. You just have to ascertain that. For example, tree removals, any fees owed to council as a compensation, removal and replacement fee. So for example, $300 a tree, and I have paid that to get a tree removed. So general amenity conditions, heating and cooling units, exhaust fans, etc. must not be located adjacent to bedrooms, for bedroom windows or adjoining properties, and must be concealed from the street, or you must have written consent from the authority. So these are the different kind of planning permit conditions that may come with your planning permit or development approval.